Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for liking, subscribing, and following along on all my repairs, but I haven't done much on this video, on this Beetle here. This is more for historical purposes because this is, what is it, March 23rd, 2023. And the history on this is a 1973 Volkswagen Super Beetle. And we are saving it from a junkyard to give to my son, which he already knows he's got it. But anyways, he's been helping me work on it as well. But this is kind of to show what we've been doing so far. The body is now totally welded, and it's been patches over patches because was bought from the original owner that bought it in 73. Actually, his mother bought it in 73, and then he inherited it. So it was originally green. Hunter green, Volkswagen Hunter green. We'll do a little walk around. Originally Hunter green, and it was painted at some point this baby blue. I have no idea this history of it. The guy wasn't even sure either, so he didn't know much about it. And this was a daily driver that he drove for many years. So anyways, so it was very rusty. It wouldn't pass Pennsylvania inspection or MOT if you're from another country. So what we did so far, we've pulled the body off the pan, as you can see down here. So what we did first, we went to the front here. We did new bumper brackets. We welded those in, and believe me, it ain't pretty, just like most of my work is. So, but we got new bumper brackets on both sides. I'm going to do a full walk around of the car. Had to fix some of the shock tower here, and also the body mount here. I had to make this new body mount because it was actually missing here, down here, not even bolted. It was bolted in, but only the bottom plate. So we come into the trunk. The shock towers, they needed to be rebuilt. It's funny because you do a little hole. It was just a little hole right here. And then I wire wheeled it, and it got bigger and bigger. And so I had to make a new cover for the inside, for the body one. But the tower, I'll show you over on this side. The tower thing, this is solid. This is the main part of that holds the front strut on. And the body here in the back is just the body that's attached to it. So, and I had to do this side as well, which is like a compound bend. So I made one plate over here, welded that in, and then came over and did this plate over here. So the shock towers on both sides are now fixed. And of course we took the fuel tank out. The steering column had a bad shake to it, so I had to take that apart. But in general, the trunk is not in bad shape. It was in pretty good shape. So let's see. So the trunk, and also the previous owner, he must have liked to hit everything because all four corners have been hit. They all been wrinkled somehow or the other. But like, I don't know if you'll be able to show up on film or whatever, but this has all been wrinkled here. And this is all wrinkled back in here too. So it was difficult to get the bumper mounts back on because it was all bent. It had to bend back out. So bumper brackets, did this, did both body mounts here like I already stated. And then to fix the apron, I didn't want to replace the whole apron. So I fixed the side of it. Can't really see it too good. I actually put the vent back in there too, or whatever. The vent that really doesn't vent anything. It's just there for looks, I think. And also did this side as well. So now it's all solid in the front. Let's go walking back a little bit. So we got our front end. Our front end was all done here. So the next thing is the wheel wells. So I had to make a plate for here to fix this. The heater channel going along the bottom. And let's see, I'll do the bottom as well. Had to make a plate down here onto the bottom as well. And that was kind of tough to do with this curve. There's a channel that runs inside like a notch beside where the pan bolts to the body, to the heater channel. So that was kind of tricky right here, getting that to go in there to be straight. So All right, so I got that in, but you can see the heater channel was good where it was attached to the floor pan. And this part here, just some random odd places or whatever, it was rusty. Okay. Let's move over here now. So we work our way down. I had to do a couple of patches here. Patches here, and had to do the back corner down underneath. A little bit down underneath here. So it's nice. I even actually made the dimple for the drain. So we have a drain. The original drain is still there. And also the spots where the fenders bolt on. I put new bolts in there too, new nuts. Okay, so back into the back. My son already painted this, the original Hunter green, which is actually Rust-Oleum green. So for anybody who's ever looking for Volkswagen Hunter green, it's just Rust-Oleum Hunter green. So I fixed the corner back here, thick here. I put a thick plate, and working our way around, I put a whole new move here. Put a whole new body panel here. This is the rear body mount. It was all rusted up or whatever, so what I did is I just bought the whole new panel. It was a lot easier that way. So you just kind of cut it out, you trace it around, and I'll show you inside. You actually have to cut your luggage compartment as well because it attaches to it. So let's go inside the car here. I'll show you. So back in here, this is the back side of the mount here. It comes down. So here you just cut that all out and you cut your rear end, your rear end, your luggage compartment here, and it was all rusted, so I had to build up a lip. You go from here to there, so it attaches to it. Had to do some more work down here. There's a big hole that was rusted through. So I fixed all that. So there's that corner. And then, let's see, we got our body mounts here. We're working our way back. And also the fender mounts here to mount all the fenders. So you come back here, I put a new bumper mount in the rear. And also had to fix the apron in the back right here. All right, let's go around some more. Of course, the engine's out. The engine's on a stand. We're going to be breaking that down a little bit. It ran good. We're just going to do a little freshen up on some gaskets and hoses and things. So let's go around. Fix the cord for the light. Okay, so we're on the driver's side or left-hand side. Again, same as on the other side. All 4 bumper mounts. This is the 4th one. Has been replaced. And I did the same thing over here. Body mount, just bought the whole panel. It was a lot easier to do all around. So over here, it was even worse than the other side. So I had to replace from here. This is all one panel. It goes from here. You can buy just the fender bolts here. Goes around down to here, and then this panel here goes around and actually runs into, you can see the line. It overlaps. It's actually designed to overlap on top of the other panels, so that's pretty interesting. These 2 panels are made to overlap, so that was pretty cool. So that got together. This goes down to here, and then went on down into the heater channel, and I had to rebuild all this back in here. Then this is just crazy here. It was really getting rusty. Okay, so the left-hand side or driver's side, it was a mess. I started wire wheeling it, and it was completely missing. Down on the bottom here, and down at the bottom, I'll show you down here, get a little better shot. So what I did, in hindsight, I would have bought the bottom. You could buy a repair panel. It goes from the back of your heater channel all the way up to the front up to here. You can buy this whole panel. It just it fixes the bottom. But I already started fixing the back and fixed this one, and then I got the brainstorm to go buy the panel, but I didn't. It was already too late. So here we are. So I put the plate on the bottom. Again, put the drain dimple down at the bottom. Took it right over to where it mounts to the floor pan here and brought it out, and then made a little piece that comes down from the side. So if you work your way down and just going the whole way, it ended up being so much of a mess over here. It must have been from the driver's side and water laying inside the heater channel all the time that made this one a lot worse. The other side, it was not so bad. This one was pretty bad on the bottom, which again, I would have bought the panel if I didn't already start realizing it was that bad and I started fixing it. So back up to here. So what I did to do the bottom, if you wanted to do this at home, is you do the plate on the bottom, and I made it stick out maybe about this far or whatever. So I made the bottom plate stick out real far. And then I made a piece, this piece here, a piece of like angle iron, kind of a bent piece. Then I welded this one on, and I also located all the fender bolts, fender nuts, and welded in fender nuts on the back side of the panel. And what I did is I took from the original spot and drew a vertical line to here, and then I measured from here down to here, so then they would be in the same spot as they were before. So that's on there. So I made this one, and then I made this one the whole way down, and then just kept on fixing panels the whole way down. So this is the driver's side. So I wanted to show you why I only fixed the bottom and didn't replace the whole heater channel, because if you look on top, this is completely solid all the way down through here and over. Like, the heater channel is really solid. It was just the bottom that was rusted away. So that's why I only replaced the bottom of it, not the top of it. So the same thing I did over here, had to fix all of that. Had to do the same thing over here. Had to fix all of these panels. And I kind of left gaps where things overlapped so I could spray rust converter all up inside there and clean everything. And this is some more of the places I had to fix around the heater channel. Made a new piece back here. This was missing to connect where the body goes to the cross member to the heater channel, to the pan. So I had to refix that and fix this here. So let's see here. So the heater channel's good, so the doors are good. And we come over to this side, the front side. Again, had to do a patch, same as the other side over there. And fixed around, had to do a body mount and the bumper mount right there. And then we already went over all this. So this video is basically just for historical purposes, so I can keep track of what I did. Well, that was my walk around of the 73 Super Beetle that my son's going to be driving around. And right now the body is done. I welded it and fixed it all up. So he's going to be putting core seal rust converter on all the panels that we did and that I fixed and all the other rust spots. And then painting it all that hunter green. So the body's done. So I'm very happy with that. So the next thing is going to be welding up the floor pan, welding in new floor pans. We did get a new set of floor pans, and I'm going to be fixing the frame head next. As you can see, there's holes all over inside there. So if you want to see the floor pans, leave me a comment below saying hello and hi or whatever. But thank you guys for watching. And I'll probably put more videos on this as we go along, but it'll probably be updates as we go. So thank you very much. Like, subscribe, and have a good one. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.